Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan. Welcome back to Blueprints in day 21. How lucky are we to be playing or watching or playing and watching if you're playing the game on your own? I've heard from a lot of people who are playing the game on their own or who have already played it. How lucky are we to be playing, watching a game like this that it's just like transforming before my eyes. Every time I sit down to play it, the thing I'm sitting down to do is utterly different than the thing that I sat down this time before, you know? Right now I'm looking for ruby candlesticks and chess pieces, and the other day I was looking at sketches, and now I'm barely ever looking at the sketches, and welcome. Let's see what's outside. I have everything situated on my desk. As a YouTuber, I have 3 monitors, and 3 monitors might not be enough to keep track of everything for this game. No, of course it is. You could play this game on 1 monitor, etc., but it's just, it's funny. I can't think of a game that I have recorded that has gone exactly like this, where I have Photoshop open and my screenshotting software and a notebook as well, and... Oh, I am such a sucker for Schoolhouse. We're going to do it every time. We're going to do it. Because I am obsessed. I'm obsessed. Okay. Schoolhouse it is. I really want to get more classrooms. So classrooms take gyms, I'm pretty sure. They also... based on other drafting rooms, they gain more redraws. And unfortunately, the gyms the classrooms that I want to interact with are the ones that are further down the line. So, I think my new notations for chess pieces, by the way, is not to do anything other than just write down. I think it's just to write down what types of room have what types of pieces. Pawn includes den. If I ever want to look it up, I can just look here and say, yes, there is a pawn in B1. I think that's what makes the most sense. Okay. So. There is a locked trunk here. Parlor for 3 gems would be awesome. Let's do it. These are like some of my favorite first rooms to get. Just get as many... Like, if I could start this game in the exact same way every time, I would get probably den, parlor, den or parlor on opposite sides so that you get as many forks as possible. I would take pantry early. I would take... I mean, what are the other great starting rooms? Billiard room. I would take just like anything with a puzzle that I can definitely get and also a fork. I'd take storeroom and put it in the corner. I mean, they're the rooms that are most common to get early, but it's just like every time I get them, I'm like, all right, good stuff. The box next to this box is false. The box next to this box contains gems. A box next to this box is true. Okay, this is the interesting one, I think, for this puzzle. Because if it were true, it tells us where the gems are. If it were not true, if it were false, It does not tell us where the gems are. They could be here or they could be here. I think that means we have to assume it is true. Which would make this one also true. Which would mean this one has to be false. Which does not make sense. Okay. So if this is true, the box next to this box contains gems. Oh, maybe this is the box that is the key. If this box is true, the white box is true. A box next to this box is true. That means there's one true, one false. This box can't be false, right? Because if it was false, then that would mean all three are false, which is not possible. So this one can't be false. That's the key. This one can't be false. If that one can't be false, then this one has to be false, right? Can't be false. Oh my God, my brain hurts. Hold up. Let me rethink it through. If this were false, a box next to this box is true. If that is incorrect, a box next to this box is not true. Or 0 boxes next to this box are true. That would be all three false. So this one has to be true. Which means this one has to be false. If this one is false, then this one is true. I think it's got to be here. Right? Half the time I solve the parlor. Half the time I solve the parlor puzzle, and I can't like explicitly tell you that I'm right, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. West Wing Hall is great here. But I would love library too. Let's just go here. Give me library. I've turned it down twice now. I feel like a dummy. Classroom, we'll do it. We take classrooms when they appear. The problem, we're going to need gems. And the problem with this classroom is it does not have a exit. Okay. Let's go back to the entrance hall. We're wasting steps, but it's okay. Aren't we always wasting steps? Drawing room here is nice. Costs a gym, which I don't love. I think I would rather take spare green room. Get me to the east file. Watering can. Which you can refill with a flowing faucet. Okay. Classroom, we take that. We take that. We take that. It's perfectly placed. We're down to 4 gems, meaning we're going to need more gems. This is the math. First one was colors. Second one is math. They don't tell you is squares. Okay, let's go ahead and take this one. Just looking around for extra coin. I feel like I got coins in one of these rooms originally. I think we got to take library. It's so good. But we have 3 redraws. This adds a redraw to every future classroom, though. We're going to get more classrooms, right? We'll take library. Oh, shit. I forgot. We got drafting strategy number, like... is there a chess piece in here? Number 5. Okay. The death of drafting. I feel like this is the most high-level volume of drafting strategy that we have seen in the game so far. So, I am hopeful that this will be a big old, like, super high-level strategy or, like, tips. I'm really hoping so. Features. They've spelled it correctly this time. That's crazy. The death of drafting by the editor. No exit strategies. A guide to dead ends. Grave mistakes. An introduction to the tomb. Grounds for termination. Outer rooms. Enshrined ideals. Introduction to the shrine. Top 5 dead ends. Dead end contest. Mail-in sweepstakes. And a word from the editor. The death of drafting. Draxus. Interesting. Every architect has experienced it. You're drafting your house room by room and everything is going smoothly. Suddenly, you realize there's only a single path available for expansion, and it is imperative that you draft a hallway, or else your design will have no hope of further development. But on the critical draw, the drafting gods offer you nothing but dead ends, rooms with no exit, and even fewer prospects. Dead ends are the death of dreams, the death of plans, the death of expansion. In short, they're the death of your house. But are they genuinely as daunting and menacing as they appear? Perhaps beneath their morbid exterior, dead ends hold some inherent value. In this volume of drafting strategy, we'll delve deeper into the world of the grave than any architect has ever dared to draft, to discover once and for all if there's any life beyond the dead end. I mean, my take at what that is hinting at is first and foremost that when you draft a dead end, that's great because it removes it from the... It can be good because it removes it from the pool. Draxus. Okay, we're going to take screenshots as we go here and save these pages for us to be able to look at some future day and or for the images to rot in my pictures folder on my desktop forever. No exit strategies. Architectural's Digest's Guide to Dead Ends. A dead end is any room that lacks another door by which to exit. It is an understandable instinct to want to avoid these rooms while drafting your house, as they limit your available paths for growth. However, seasoned architects quickly learn that you do not want to completely ignore them. A very common mistake that beginners make is picking the room with the most doors while drafting and ignoring all other factors. But every house needs some dead ends. I honestly probably still don't do this enough. Don't be afraid of drafting a couple dead ends. Each dead end room an architect drafts removes that floor plan from the draft pool. The more dead ends you draft, the less likely you are to draw them later on when decisions are more critical. The key is figuring out a way to draft dead ends without blocking off your house's potential expansion. Dropping a dead end room on the rank behind you is a great strategy to accomplish this. Helps you pick up some extra resources before continuing to higher ranks. In general, you should be trying to fill up every open slot in your house before moving north. It makes sense. Grave mistakes and introduction to the tomb. As foreboding as a black-bordered floor plan may seem, tomb stands out as one of the most straightforward strategies centered around dead ends. This floor plan can only be drafted from the grounds and is considered... Hold up. I didn't take a screenshot of this photo. Also, Draxus Vea. Vea. I wonder what that is. Save this image really quickly. This floor plan can only be drafted from the grounds and is considered one of the outer rooms. As such, it can be drafted at the very start of the day. Allowing architects to know immediately whether their strategy should be focused on dead ends or not. The tomb itself is a vast crypt filled with shadowy alcoves and creepy recesses. The entire space was designed by early Orindian architects to evoke a sense of mystery and intrigue, perfect for those who are appreciative and skeptical of dead-end architecture. The 8 Ajeran angels of that early era that are scattered throughout the tomb's chambers are a memento of times past, and you will certainly be seeing a lot of them when employing a tomb-centered strategy, as you will likely be making several visits here throughout the day. A successful tomb strategy depends on 3 crucial factors: finding shops, amassing enough steps to allow for return trips to the grounds, and drafting as many dead ends as possible. The strategy is perfect for those who love risk and great rewards. Grounds for termination. This is page... One, two, three, four, 5. Tomb isn't the only dead end you'll find on the grounds. There are a total of 8 outer rooms, which are rooms that are draftable outside of the house. These floor plans are unique, not only in where they can be drafted, but in the fact that they are floor plans that cannot lead to the expansion of further rooms, making them the perfect candidates for candidant. Why is that spelled that way? Them the perfect candidant for dead ends. They are also able to be drafted at the very beginning of the day, which allows architects to plan out their strategy, with greater precision and purpose. For example, on a schoolhouse day, like us today, architects will prioritize acquiring gems to pay for the extra classroom floor plans, whereas on a hovel day, they'll focus entirely on getting lots of extra steps. Outer rooms of note. Grounds for termination may have been a play on words for the title of this article, but it certainly wasn't a joke to the former groundskeeper Denny Ravane, who made his home while employed on the estate in this humble bedroom. The groundskeeper's tool shed is a great draft choice to find useful items like a shovel or a sledgehammer. That might be signifying that those types of items, since it is a groundskeeper's tool shed, shovels, sledgehammers, metal detectors maybe, are more likely to come up there. Even better items can be found in the trading post if you have something of value to offer. Frequented by local farmers and hunters who supply the estate with goods in exchange for a few shiny trinkets. Root cellar. Most of the vegetables and fruits obtained from the locals are preserved in this subterranean cellar. When winter arrives, these stored goods are frequently traded back, providing them with a reliable source of sustenance during the colder months. Shelter. Even further underground provisions are also stored in the estate's bomb shelter. The purpose of this is preservation. However, in this case, it's the preservation of people. And red rooms. Enshrined ideals. An introduction to the shrine. We have barely played the shrine, because it is it's interesting. I would like to play it more. The last outer room is a floor plan with a function that isn't as straightforward as the others. What is a blessing? How much gold do I need to give? How long does it last? The shrine is a space of reverence, a mystical cavern filled with the glow of candlelight. And those that show respect and pay tribute are blessed by the unseen forces that guide this world. Blessings are persistent benefits that last several days, are bestowed upon the reverent visitors who have made an offering of gold. The type and duration can differ depending on the amount of gold given, but the more gold you offer, the longer the blessing will last. Different blessings. Drafting a mechanical room triggers your current experiment. Oh my god. After drafting a red room, if you have at least 5 different ranks containing red rooms, gain 5 gems. That's the one we got. Blessing of the berry picker. While drafting, instead of picking a floor plan, you can pick a berry. If you do, draft a random floor plan from your draft pool, disregarding rarity. Oh my god. Great for rare rooms. Blessing of the Monk. If you call it a day in a room on your estate, you'll draw that room while drafting from the grounds. What? The following day? While drafting from the grounds? Does that mean for the outer room? Blessing of the Chef. For each different type of spread that you do today, add an extra dish to the dining room. Each different type of spread? What does that mean? Blessing of the Dancer. While drafting, you can pay a gem to spin floor plans. Blessing of the Gardener. Add 8 courtyards to today's draft pool. Blessing of the High Roller. Each time you draft a shop, gain an ivory die. Oh my god. Gain 10 gold whenever you roll an ivory die. Wow. Top 5 dead ends. Oh my god. This is a room I've never seen. If Toolshed is good, then Attic is really good. Oh my god. There's a lot of fine print here, and I don't have a goddamn magnifying glass. No. Oh no. Okay. Attic. 8 items. Even at a steep gem cost, this room cannot be passed up. It always pays for itself and more. Study is the most powerful room for the experienced architect who no longer has difficulty accumulating gems or solving chess portmanteaus. Portmanteaus? I don't know what that means. Coat check. More than any other room, coat check allows architects to center their strategies on a specific item. Hovel, the risk may scare people off, but to those who see their steps as an expendable resource, it's an unbeatable drafting force. Secret passage is categorized as a dead end, but is not actually one. Okay. I am going to break my rule and Google one thing, which is what portmanteau means. Because I don't know the definition of that word. I've heard it before, but I don't know the definition. Portmanteau is a large trunk or suitcase, typically made of stiff leather or opening into 2 equal parts. Or it is a word that blends. This is where I've heard it. A word blending the sounds and combining the meanings of 2 other words. For example, motel from motor and hotel, or brunch from breakfast and lunch. Solving chess portmanteaus? What the fuck? There's a chessboard in that room. Okay. Dead-end mail-in contest. Dead-end contest, mail-in sweepstakes. On January 20th, 1989, Taro Martise shocked the world of architecture by drafting 19 dead ends in one day. Can you beat his record? Draft 20 or more dead ends in a single day. You could win 200 gold and the trophy of sweepstakes. Eligibility. God damn it. I really want to read that, but I can't. Okay. Did I save this photo already? I did not. Word from the editor as we conclude this haunting October edition of Drafting Strategy. We trust you have unearthed the darker side of architectural design. And found inspiration in the morbid realm of death and dead-end rooms. From the despair of a drafted lavatory, the chilling allure. So the editor knows that lavatory is the worst room. To the chilling allure of the tomb, we believe that even the most eerie aspects of our world could spark creative brilliance in the architect's mind. As you venture forth into the shadows, remember that there is a certain beauty in the unknown and the macabre. Embrace the challenge of designing spaces that both captivate and unsettle, that provoke contemplation of your own mortality and the secrets that lie beyond. We must come back with a magnifying glass. For that eligibility. Okay. Let's draft, baby. God damn it. This is actually really sketchy. I think I probably should take Chamber of Mirrors here. Chamber of Mirrors, the thing that's interesting about it, though, to me, although Commissary might let me buy a magnifying glass. Yeah, that's probably the play. Commissary. Chamber of Mirrors is actually, to me, a very scary room because to me, the benefit of limiting your draft pool is that you can't get a second spare green room. But sometimes it means that your options are wide open in later ranks, which is kind of scary. We're going to take Commissary on the hope. It costs us a gem, which sucks for our classroom run. But we have to hope. We've put in some special orders. Magnifying glass is here, and it costs 2 coins. Already paid off. Let's go. Let's go. What else did we have here? Running shoes, sleeping mask, sledgehammer. Okay. There's a locked trunk, so... let's just look over some things as we go. You know, my guess is that the only thing that's worth looking at here is... the eligibility, but we'll look around just in case. There's blessings here. So the dead end contest says, also, why is there a little like apostrophe note there? What is that? Eligibility, the dead end contest sweepstakes is open to legal residents of Finn areas who are at least 12 years old of age at the time of entry, employees of Drafting Strategy, its affiliates, subsidiaries, advertising and promotion agencies, and their immediate family members, and or those living in the same household of each are not eligible to participate. To enter the sweepstakes, draft rooms in a single house during a single day. Any number of rooms may be drafted, but only dead-end rooms drafted during the day will be counted toward the tally. If the dead-end tally exceeds the current record of 19, participant is considered a winner. The cash prize has an approximate shop value equal to 200 gold, paid out to the winner of sweepstakes in a check equal to the prize amount. A check? The trophy of sweepstakes has an approximate shop value of 30 gold. Please note the trophy is not composed of real gold, features a gold-like coating for decorative purposes only. The winner will be notified and receive their prize by mail no later than 5 days after obtaining the dead-end record. So we're going to get a trophy and a check in the mailroom. Check mailroom for prize delivery. Odds are not very promising. The architect who set this record was very, very good at drafting. Best of luck regardless. Amazing. Amazing. That's a cool detail. Okay, let's go north from entrance hall. I forgot about this. Did I screenshot this? Yes, I did. Okay. All right. You can get some footsteps here. No, it's gems. It's not footsteps. It's gems. I always forget. Hell yeah, brother. Okay, we still need a couple more green rooms then. I'd love a key, because frankly, I don't have anything. But we need... Oh, Jesus Christ. We need forks. We'll take corridor. We have 1 fork currently. And I swear, I do not want to die on these goddamn classroom runs. Oh, come on. Bedroom, I guess? Oh. Is this because I drafted a bunch of rooms that don't have dead ends, and now I'm going to have to get the dead ends that I should have drafted earlier? Is this just coming back to bite me in the ass? Bedroom has a pawn. I had that written down already. Come on, come on, come on. Nook is great. We'll take Nook here. And I think I'm probably going to keep drafting here, even though I don't really have a great... Rather than going all the way around. Please, 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 give me some forks. Yeah, those are good. Those are good. Security gives us a chess piece, but it costs us a gem. Hallway gives us some forks, which is nice. I feel like we take hallway. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just making decisions. Oh, it's locked. Okay. We need keys. We need keys desperately. We're in the 3rd rank, but we're getting locked keys. Chapel gives us a bishop. We don't really need coins either. Let's take Chapel to get to the other side. Oh, this stays here? That's amazing. It stays burning. Oh my god, that's amazing, actually. I had no idea. The candles stay lit. Amazing. Where are the goddamn... Ah. Where? Oh, where are my classrooms? We'll take pantry, I guess. Workshop would also be great, actually. Workshop is probably better here. Take me to the east file. It's a better fork for me. I need keys, but I'm just going to keep going. Because otherwise I have to go all the way around just to see if I can get a key from the West Wing Hall, which is probably going to be a dead end. We'll get there eventually, but... Oh, broken lever. Okay. E. See... It was an in last time. Okay, those don't do anything together. That's good to know. Please don't be locked. Give me a goddamn classroom, please. Spread gems in each green room. That is kind of nice. It would only probably put 1 gem down. Take pantry here. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you, pantry. We're going to leave right now. Reason is a couple reasons. We're going to go to West Wing Hall and draft over there. We are going to come back when we have more keys. We also currently have 0 coins. We're going to enter chapel. We won't lose anything. We can come back and get the coins in pantry after we've come back through chapel. Okay. So we're about to spin some footsteps, that's for sure. But come on, come on, come on. Oh, there's so many rooms to draft. I feel really, really uncertain about my potential in this game with this many rooms to draft. It's crazy. Like, every run feels so random of what I'm going to get. Fucking yikes, dude. I mean, I think we probably pick a dead end. We should definitely pick a dead end here. But do I pick footsteps to make up for what I just did? Do I pick for an item and try and get this out of the way? Well, this run in particular. We have on the chest front, we have a pawn, a bishop, a rook. That's it. We still need 3 more. On this run, we have classroom, which is the thing I really want to keep going, which requires us to just continue to draft rooms. Meaning we have to keep the run alive. We desperately lack keys. We'll take bedroom closet in the hope that it has a key. No, but we can redraft, which is good. We can roll a die, which is good. And a gym is good for us too. This run also, we could have a lot of money if we need it from the chapel. I'm probably going to break that chapel thing, the piggy bank, when I have a... bookshop pulled up, because that's a way to guarantee that we use that money. Nook has a rook. Okay, let's hope for a classroom. Locked. We have 1 room left. This run could end right now. If this room is locked, we need keys. God damn it. We need keys. We need them. Oh, what a bummer of a run. Crazy. Well, that is that. Nothing else we can do here, right? Like, we can't... My schoolhouse luck sucks, dude. But that's the that's what I was just trying to say, was that I feel like I find it really hard to believe we could get 8 classrooms when there's so many goddamn rooms to draft. It's crazy. I need to limit my draft pool more, but I don't know how. I feel like there have to be ways in the game to limit it more, but I don't know. I also probably could have chosen a couple different things to get us some more keys early on. Instead, I did not. That's okay, though. I feel okay about that. I, can't have regrets, so no regrets. Short run. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Chuck a thing in the pond, in the fountain. And didn't even get to use my die. I might use my dice either. My die. Call it a day. Bummer of a room. Of a run. Sometimes you'll have those, though. We did get to read our drafting strategy 5. Sometimes the best thing to do is to just start over. Architect's Cottage. 4 drafting rooms. I could have probably redrafted a couple more times, too, if I really wanted to, but... Alright, that's going to do it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for the shorter video. I would have made it longer if I could have. Thanks so much. I will see you guys in another video very soon. Until then, bye.